Hi, BookTube. A lot of us adult fiction readers tend to look down on YA. Admit it. You do it. You won't admit it, but you do in your head. If, might be an overwhelming amount of YA recently has contained a lot of suckage. What I'm here to do is recommend 5 YA books that don't suck. The first book on my list is When Everything Feels Like the Movies by Raziel Reed. This is a winner of the Governor General's Award for Children's Fiction, which covers YA fiction. It's the story of Jude, who is a young man growing up in a small town. We know the mindset of a lot of these waspy small towns tend to be homophobic. Well, he's an out and out there, proud gay person. Dresses very flamboyantly, lipstick, nails, heels, everything, and has an obsession with being famous. So it's kind of the story of his, I think it's freshman year, and it deals with things that kids are dealing with in real life, like drugs and alcohol, and dealing with your sexuality, finding out what it's all about, and being obsessed with fame. So this is actually a really good book that I think people should read. My next recommendation is a classic, The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. If you haven't read this yet, do. It is amazing. It's a story of Ponyboy, who is a member of the Greasers. They're kind of like, we're from the wrong side of the tracks, we grease our hair, it's the 1950s. We're kind of like poor people and have a rough reputation. Well, they get into a fight with the Socs, or the Socks, I don't know what to call them, but SOCs, it stands for socials, who tend to be, the more richer socialites, the squares, if you may. And his best friend kills one of the Socs, and it's about him kind of dealing with the morality around that. I'm gonna go with What I Was by Meg Rossoff. Her writing is just beautiful. Her stories are just so very subtle and amazing. So this is What I Was by Meg Rossoff. It's about a young boy, H, who's a boarding school student, and he meets Finn, who lives alone on an island, is kind of very off the grid. This is, I believe, the 1960s, 1962, 1967, thereabout. And doesn't go to school, doesn't have parents, kind of exists on this island off the coast of England, and they develop a friendship, and this is a story about friendship. My next recommendation has been quite popular. It was made into a movie, but I thought I'd recommend it anyways. It's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. This is a story of a young boy, Craig Gilner, who checks himself into the mental ward of a hospital after he has some suicidal thoughts. And it really is like a depression leading up to the suicidal thoughts, and then checking himself into this place, and his experience there, and the people that he meets. And the last one I'd like to recommend is The Dead Kid Detective Agency by Evan Munday. This is a series. Don't let that turn you off from it, though. It's a story of October Schwartz, who moves to a small town in Ontario. It's a Canadian book. And she's a high school freshman, and she's not concerned with, becoming popular or with, starting romantic relationships. She's interested and consumed by the 5 ghosts of dead kids that she accidentally risen from the dead, and the mysterious crimes that are happening around her small town. It's just a fantastic series. I highly recommend it to everyone. It's humorous. There's footnotes and author interjections, and there's doodles or images and pictures and stuff like this. So yeah, just check this series out. So those are my 5 YAs that don't suck and I think you should read. Let me know if you think I've missed out on anything in the comments, and thank you for watching.